Alright guys, wish me luck. Let me straighten her up here on the runway here. Alright. Ooh, nice rotation. See what it needs here. Looks like it's rolling to the left. Elevators feel a little weak. That's okay. The high rates for that. Need real sharp eyes to see this little guy. Full bang. She's fast. See roll rates. Roll rates are pretty good. The low rates are pretty good on the rolls. You guys seeing this right now on YouTube are like, where is it? I can't see it. Well, here it comes on the deck. Jeez Louise. Woo! On the deck again. Full bang. Jeez. Straight up for days. Roll over. Use well. One more click to the right. See what she does with the flaps down. One stage. Kind of knows it dives a little bit, so I got to reduce my mix. Yeah, it's a tricky bird to fly for sure. About half throttle. Alright, flaps down, gear down. She wants to come in with power, guys. We'll do just that. Oh. Alright, so thrust reverse is pretty effective and much needed for this model. Had a little bounce going on there, but I'll take it. Freaking nerves. She's awesome though. She is awesome, guys. She is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright, back at the bench here. Definitely needed a pretty good amount of right aileron, and I think that has to do with the uneven amount of elevator. So I followed the book and put it right there in the corner of that servo pocket. So I mean, it should have been pretty close, pretty accurate. CG felt fine. Felt a little nose heavy, but I think I'd rather fly this plane a bit nose heavy rather than neutral, to be honest. Landing seemed good. You definitely want to come in with power. I felt that. I felt that if I'd gone any slower, there's a good chance that it probably would have stalled on me. But I landed it not exactly where I wanted to land. I landed on the grass, but hey, whatever. Grass op test, right? That worked out. What else? Let's check the battery here. Alright, is that off? Let's get my battery checker. Bear with me, guys. All right, back at the battery here, 3.7, 26%, a bit lower than I usually want to bring her, but that's okay. I was hammering the heck out of it, so let's go ahead and put this one to charge, and we'll get her on the next slide. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to increase the roll rates on the lows, and what else? I'm gonna see if I can fiddle with the elevators a bit to be able to get that neutral. As you can see here, how much aileron I had to give it here. You can see that. That's how much aileron I had to give it, some right, because it was wanting to roll to the left. So we'll get to that, and we'll take her up again and see what we can do. Wheels up, keeping on full power on that turn, and I'm pretty sure you guys cannot even see it from here, but you'll see it on the deck. 50% to 60. Full bang. Oh yeah. I should reduce the gyro gains with just a hair. Gyro gains reduced. 1/8 of the turn. See what she does at cruising speed here. I really love this model. If any of you play DCS, how do you like the F5? So awesome. Full bang on the deck. Stable as she goes. Let's do some other stuff here. Let's see what she does on flaps. First stage, I think I nailed it. It doesn't want to dive or pitch up, so that's good. Let's put on flaps here. First stage flaps, looking good. Doesn't do nothing funny. Flaps back up. Got to bond with this plane, guys. Keeping that power on the turn. Let's go full bang, and wow, she gets away from you pretty good. Sorry guys, I will not edit my videos until like the very end, where I can show just the highlights. Full bang here, left to right. Fudge. Yank and bank. Not too steep though. Oh man, what a lovely plane. Using a little rudder to keep that nose down. Oh yeah. If you treat her right, she'll treat you better. Let's do a touch and go here. Gear down. First stage flaps. Going wide on the turn here because I learned my lesson years ago. Coming in with some power. Going back up. I misjudged the runway, guys. I'm gonna try again. Sheesh. Starting to crosswind a little bit. Oh man, right into the grass, dude. I didn't like that. But that's my fault. I think honestly that gear door's... No, it's not the gear door, it's me. It's me because the wind is down the pipe. You guys see it. That's me. I'm not judging. I'm not bringing her in correctly, so I got to work on that. I must admit it's my nerves. I'm still bonding with this plane. Let's get her on the bench. back on the bench, guys. That was the second flight, and I'm starting to get used to it. I'm starting to bond with her. Remember, I've only flown this plane twice in the past. The first one was a flat spin into the canal, and the second flight was the next day when it dried up, and I wanted to see if it still worked, and it did. But I said, hell, I'm not going to deal with it. Honestly, it scared the crap out of me, But now I am actually, does my rudder look a little crooked? I don't know if it's because the plane is like this. Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's going like, it's canting over this way a little bit. Huh. I wonder if I could kind of bend it up a little bit. But anyways, I'll figure that out later. I don't know if that's having some kind of effect. But yeah, bonding with her, baby. Bonding with her. That's what you got to do. So on my next flight, I'm just going to do touch and goes with this plane. That's all I'm going to do. Just get used to it, because you guys saw that my approach was way off. It was not way off, but it got way off. And I was not using any kind of rudder to make any corrections. I was relying on the ailerons to make corrections. So I failed at that one, and it just veered off pretty much almost into the grass, and not good. I want to get to a point where I can land this plane very comfortably with no issue on the center line of the runway. All right, let's get these batteries charged up and go. Wow. First stage flaps down, no funny movements. You're down. Nice. Successful landing this time. Not that the others weren't, but this one was better.
Years ago, I owned the FREEWING F5, but my inexperience with high wing loading and short stubby wings led to a crucial mistake. On final approach, I turned too slowly, and the plane entered a flat spin, right into a canal. Thankfully, I was able to retrieve it, and surprisingly, it was still in perfect condition. I even flew it the next day, but despite that, I passed it on to a buddy. I'll admit, I was too nervous to fly it again. Fast forward a few years later, and with plenty of stick time under my belt, I decided it was time for a redemption. I picked up another F5, determined to conquer the model that once got the best of me. The maiden flight had me nervous. My hands were shaking, but I held it together. By the second flight, I was starting to feel more comfortable with the F5. Let me say this. The FREEWING F5 isn't for the faint of heart. It will test your skills. But I'm incredibly happy I finally got to experience the way I should have years ago. It's not a jet I'd recommend as your second or maybe even third EDF. But if you decide to go for it, make sure to keep at least 50% throttle through the turns. If you do, you'll be rewarded with one of the most thrilling and visually stunning flights out there. This is hands down one of the most beautiful and exciting models I've ever had the pleasure to fly. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. More videos coming soon. See you on the next one.